When my year in New York was up, I knew I would be making my way back to London eventually, but I had no idea where to start looking for an apartment. One day I randomly came across an island in London. Yes, an island. This map shows a small section of East London, and you can see London City Island circled here by Canning Town, and it's right next to Canary Wharf and the O2 Arena in North Greenwich. An added bonus that it reminded me of New York with all its tall buildings. We lived on London City Island for almost 3 years through autumns, springs, winters, summers and 2 Christmases. In this video, I'll take you on a tour of the island, the building I lived in, give you an apartment tour of course, and I'll tell you everything you need to know, including how much I was paying in rent and added fees. So this is how it looks as you drive onto the island via the road. You come up, it's a one-way system around the outside of the island, so traffic is very, very light. And this is the building that I lived in. This is the main building itself, the Kent building. It has a restaurant, a pizzeria and bar at the bottom, and this is my flat right above it. And then as you come in, you'll have the 24-hour reception. It was there any time of night that you came back at home. It was an added layer of security, very nice. This is the lobby area with a vending machine, a communal games area, and this is the jacuzzi, steam room and sauna. Very nice. It was a one-off payment of 60 quid for the year, which is cheaper than any gym you'll find in London. It had a gym next door, outdoor swimming pool which was heated, and bonus that it was literally 1 floor below me. Everyone also had access to this gym on the island, but there was another gym and spa which I'll talk about later. This is my empty apartment tour when we first moved in. It is a 1-bed apartment. It cost £1,950 a month, which was very expensive. And yeah, it was on the first floor of the Kent building. It had a Juliet balcony, so it has the door but nowhere actually to stand out on, but it allowed for extra air to come into the apartment, especially when it got warm in the summer. One thing we weren't aware of when we moved in was that developments like this come with a maintenance fee. This means you share the cost of the building's electric, heating, security and more with the other tenants in your building. This fluctuated throughout the year and wasn't a nice surprise when we received our first bill, but we probably should have read our contract better. This is our bathroom, so it acted as an ensuite but also as the main bathroom, so it had 2 doors, so one door leading in from the bedroom and then one door leading out back into the main apartment that I will show you now. But yeah, as I said, we lived here for like 3 years and loved it. So what's on the island? It is actually very, very well connected. So Canning Town Station, you have the tube on the Jubilee line, you have the DLR, Docklands Light Railway, and there's a massive bus centre here as well. But once you come out of the tube, like this is what you see. So as soon as you exit the station, you are met with the Red Bridge and the island itself, and once you cross that Red Bridge you're on the island. So it couldn't be easier, couldn't be handier. And as soon as you come on, you'll see an Asian grocery store. You also have a cocktail bar here on the right, and London City Island is also home to English National Ballet, so this is where they rehearse and have classes. The lockdown room, it is a very popular bar on the island. It serves very good Aperol spritzes, and then in the summer they have a lot of picnic benches and it gets very busy. They have some live music. We also have a Sainsburys on the island. Obviously, because it's a small store, it's quite expensive compared to Morrison's, which is a bigger store across the bridge again, but very, very handy. And this is the inside of the English National Ballet, where I spent a lot of time and spent a lot of money because it has a cafe which serves the best mocha I think I've ever had in London, and also does a very good breakfast where if you don't want to venture into the city, you can come here, grab some brunch. If that's not enough, we also have a lot of different things on the island, including dog walkers. We have a yoga studio, we have an art gallery which has openings like once every month. There's a fashion boutique. And we also have a post room, which all your parcels will go to. If you order anything, it will be sorted here and you'll receive a notification via the LCI app, which is very handy. We also have a library, which obviously I was very stoked about. And then we come to the area where the Kent building is. There was a barber's and salon that has just recently opened up, and then another paid for gym. So further down the bottom of the island, you have Good Luck Hope, which is another section of loads of different apartments. These are a lot more modern and newer, just opened, but this is where you'll find views of the O2, views of Canary Wharf, the Thames, everything. But it also has the extra gym and spa facilities, a cinema that you can access as well as someone that lives in London City Island. A bakery has recently opened up, so Layers Bakery, which I tried before I left. So nice, really good coffee here. And they also have a farmer's grocers next door as well. And then down the bottom is like an industrial event space and office space. So you have a diner, you have another cafe, you have office spaces in these little containers. Really cool design and just a nice place to come and walk around. And then once a month, every second Friday of the month, you have food market. Always a really good thing. You kind of usually have the same-ish street vendors, but it's always very popular, always very busy, and always a good amount of food selection. But every time we went, we had our momos. every single time. Always a nice thing to look forward to on the second Friday of the month. But as well, there was always a food vendor every single day on the island in this square, and it always changed, so if you were ever hungry you could grab something to eat. And then after 3 years we moved out, so make sure to subscribe, follow along for our next videos to see where we went, where we moved to, and why we left. Thank you so much for watching. Ask me any questions you have below.